I love. Yep. Hey, hey. Yeah.
And
Oh,
let's just do it.
oh.
Let's go with the traditional good morning.
Good morning, and what you say? I said good morning, and welcome to Melanin Espresso, where we bring a different kind of energy, baby. Now let's show some love for your two hosts with the toast, Vince Taylor and Gina G.
All right, so check it
Yeah.
out. Look, I'm just gonna keep it 100% real with you. There's a
Mm,
trend out there right now in which women, Gina,
mm,
are
mm,
proposing to the men. And
mm.
before I even expound on my feelings about this, I am so curious as to how you feel. First of all, the thing that I think most folks are finding upsetting about this particular image is that the young lady is doing literally everything, Gina. She's
She's
on one knee. She's
yeah.
having a baby. She probably
Yep.
paid for the trip. She probably paid for the photographer. She probably bought that outfit old boy got on. I mean, the problem is it just gives it reeks of the woman doing everything and the man not doing anything. And I think that's what some people got a problem with. I don't know what you
First
think.
of all, this is stupid. This right here is stupid. This is why daddies need to be in their daughters' lives because this
Oh,
is just stupid. What are you doing, young lady? What are
well,
you? What are you? What are those? No, no, no,
is
no.
that really
And
how
look
you
at
feel?
him. And he looked like he just so shocked, looking stupid with
Is that
his stupid basketball shorts on and his stupid hat. Just stupidness. That's what's going on. This is a
that's how you
no. This
feel?
is a no.
You really feel like it's that bad? Like you really feel that a man should not be able to be proposed to by his young lady? Listen, let me go ahead and give you let me give you the
No,
argument
she's stupid.
right now. All right.
Mm.
So we're in the age of 2021, Gina. We're in the age where gender roles are disappearing. All right. There's a lot of young men that are living on the couch of their wife or girlfriend while they out getting the bag. There's a lot. Do you know right now, in the overwhelming majority of HBCUs, the ratio is 15 to 20 to 1 when it comes to females to male. It's right now trending for women, especially black women, to be leading the household. They are claiming head of household more than the men are in most instances,
When they file
statistically.
taxes. When they file taxes.
When they file, so when a woman right now she's the breadwinner of the household. She's securing the bag. She's doing what she wants. She's outside of most gender roles. She's not at home ironing your shirt, cooking your meal, making sure that the babies is fed and sandwiches made for lunch. That the
She's
women
stupid.
are out working. Some of them are in working. Some of y'all late this morning getting to work to your work from home job. Let's just keep it real.
Right,
And
Tiffany.
why? And so they are starting to be in a position to say, look, if this is what I want, then I'm gonna ask for it. If this is what I want, then I'm gonna get it. Instead of being like, now let me wait. Let the man run things as they usually do. Women are like, look, bro, I'm done with it. I want
Uh-uh.
this dude. I'm gonna get this
Uh-uh.
dude.
And he looked straight like the woman, like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, I love you. Stupid.
What?
Stupid. This
Why is
has
it
nothing to
stupid?
do, Vince. This ain't got nothing to do with going to work. This ain't got nothing to do with securing the bag. This is stupid. This is just not how it. No, no, no. And first of all, she's pregnant. How the hell you get your big ass down there to even ask him to marry you? And how he didn't even help you. He should have helped her down there. So the fact that he didn't even help her down on her one knee to ask his stupid behind to marry him, and he over here looking like, oh my God, she's the one. If she was the one, then you should have asked her. So I'm just gonna keep it real. This is stupid. Do you
Is it
understand
stupid?
that?
I mean,
It's
damn,
dumb if
man.
you ask me. It
All
don't
right,
make sense. Look, no, okay, real quick. No, for real. And honestly, like, let's just be for real, y'all.
let's be real.
Securing the bag, women working, women taking care of the kids, that's been going on since the end of time. That ain't nothing new. The men went off to war and we had to stay home and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, don't say it's 2021 and women securing the bag. We've been securing the bag. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm not good at is get on my good knee, okay, and get my knee ashy and ask you to marry me. The only reason why I should be on my knees.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Hey, it's a
Okay,
family
okay,
show.
because
It's a family show. All right.
it's a family show. So that is
Yeah.
the only reason that she should be down there. And the fact that she's pregnant and down there, it really just bothers me because I just need to know how my baby got down there. And then she holding her stomach and holding the ring like, this is all for you, stupid. Girl, you be up there looking like Meghan Markle, just surprised and shocked. You knew she was getting ready to ask you. That's why you had to help her down on the floor.
Come on, man.
That's
At
why I got
least
my funeral clothes on today. I got my death to this bullshit on right now. Death to this bullshit.
Yo, all right. Well, I'm in wedding garments. All right. I'm here at the wedding right now. You know what I'm saying? Kiki and LaShawn is finna get married today, all because she wasn't willing to wait for him to be ready. Because right now, women don't gotta wait. And like you said, oh, women been securing the bag. No, that's not exactly 100% the case. Women have been securing the household. Women were not able to enter the workforce as they are today. Most overwhelming majority of the time, which is there's a whole show called Mad Men. I don't know if you remember this show called Mad Men, but back in the 60s times, like when things were black and white, and Sammy Davis Jr. was a black man who was, was convinced he was down with the rest of the crew. When he used to shout racial slanders at each other when they was out in public. They were not allowing women to have high executive positions. If anything, you would be what they call a secretary. Or a stewardess instead of being a flight attendant back then. In fact, it was frowned upon if you were to have a baby and to leave the house. They still to this day. I think they asked Kamala Harris. They was like, "Yo, what if you vice president? What about the kids?" They're like, "What do you mean? What about the kids?" You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole husband. We had a whole operation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that right now we are at a turning point where men and women are now not having these traditional roles. You don't have the man at the job while the wife is at home barefoot pregnant in the kitchen. And with that, the women are like, well, if I ain't gotta wait to get my own house, I ain't gotta wait to take my own vacation. I'm taking a solo trip to Bali this year. Why I gotta wait for my man to come around? If I need him around right now, if I want him to be secured, what do I have to wait for his permission for? Why do I need society to tell me that he go ahead?
Vince, you really trying to argue this. Like, really Vince, y'all, he is so strong right now. He was like, but the roles have changed. And it is 2021 and women get to do all these things. If you don't go behind off your knee, don't you ask no man to marry you.
Why?
Period. That's a conversation that you can have. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's, in talking, baby, I want to get married. And, I love you. We've been together. We should get married. Let's do this. But I'll be dogged on if I'm going to the jewelry store and I'm trying to find this dude a ring. See, look at this. This is just madness. Now no. Okay, so when men gonna have babies, huh, Vince? When is the role gonna change on that? When is men gonna start carrying the baby? Since you wanna change roles and everybody gets to do everything. When y'all gonna start having babies, Vince?
I have an answer for that. There actually was a little less than a decade ago, due to genetics and genetic alterations. There was a man who was born a woman, but was trans, that actually did give birth. Now, I'm not saying that we should, but I am saying that it's possible. I'm gonna tell you right now, Gina, straight up, and this is gonna sound messed up, but if I could have children, I would. I'm gonna tell you straight up, because I wanted a family full of kids, and the woman that I'm with did not want the same thing. So if I could take the pressure off of her of having to, if I could put an egg
he want to have a kid,
and I could get my little hips straight, you know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna mess with my chest, and it ain't ever gonna be the same down there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't ever gonna be the same. But I would have kids. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like, I wish I could get pregnant. I wish I could have triplets on my own. I wish I didn't need no woman. Straight up. But I don't have that option. And I think women are feeling the same way when it comes to husbands. They're like, look, Brad, I like this dude. I want this dude in my life. I don't want him. And frankly, I think it's about time. It's about time for women to start sharing the nerve and the anxiety that goes along with having to wonder whether or not you should propose or even ask if you could go together. Like, yo, why we got to approach you in the first place? Why men got to come up to you and be like, hey, so you come here often? You know what I'm saying? So
First,
hey,
because y'all don't like aggressive women. But see, then there's a problem though, Vince, because then some men don't like aggressive women.
it's
Some
true.
men don't like a woman to come at them and be aggressive and take charge. You know, that's another problem. I don't know if it's mental or whatever, but most men don't like an alpha woman. They don't want no woman telling them, you know, and doing those type of things. All I'm saying is, if that's your dude, like your dude, and he allow your pregnant behind to get on your knees in the sand, and then so he can hold his mouth like, he is a chump. This dude is, y'all look at this. Look at this. This, let me show y'all this. Look at this. This dude is a chump. Put him back up there, Vince, so I can show you. Look at this. He got his hand over his mouth like, ooh, girl, I've been loving you all this time, but I didn't want to say nothing. But you know, thank you for asking me. Get your ass up, girl.
Yeah, but it's okay. Now look, for the record, I want to say that this would not be me. Okay, just because of my conditioning, I don't want to see my woman proposing to me. So if she did do something like this, I would immediately either stand her up or get down on my knee with her so that
Right.
we get close to each other. I would not but that's because of society's norms. I kind of feel like Will Mills does a little bit. Here's what Will thinks.
What's wrong with this picture, y'all? I want everybody to take a moment and look at this picture. This is a woman, pregnant woman, on her knees, proposing, I'm hoping, to the father of her child. What's wrong with this picture, y'all? Everything is wrong with this picture. This has to be the most pathetic shit I've ever seen a woman do in my life. This is pathetic. A man having to propose to a woman for marriage is a double standard that I'm very comfortable with. I'm very comfortable with that double standard. This is not the job of a woman to propose to a man. And if you feel like you gotta propose to a man, sweetheart, get your shit together.
That's right, Will. Will is correct. Let me turn this around. Will is right, BT, for real though. Like, it to me, it's just some things that are just some things, man. And it's just like, and say you are a Christian. Let's try to bring a little bit of this in here. So say you are a Christian and you believe in what the Bible tells you. And the Bible says, you know, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, right?
Amen.
What is she doing?
Gina,
He didn't got you pregnant, so he ain't trying to marry you, because he would have been and asked you. You up there in the stand with a tube top on and some legs trying to ask this dude to marry you, and he got some doggone basketball shorts on and a baseball cap. I don't like this thing, and I think it's wrong. That's why I got my funeral clothes on today, because I'm saying yes to this whole situation right here, ladies. I'm with Will. Ladies, your stuff got to be trash. Okay, let me wait.
Wow.
Real quick, let me just keep it real.
But she's pregnant.
She's pregnant, but hey, look at the dude she's asking, huh? Look at him.
Come on, bro.
It didn't take a lot. Okay.
Oh my God.
Ladies, you should not be asking your man to marry you point blank. Your job is to say yes or no. Listen to me. If you don't want to wait for this man, leave his butt.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, there's a man out there that sees her as his prize, his baby mama to be, and he wants to make her his wife. So
but that ain't who she wants. She wants this guy. You know what I'm saying? Look,
but it ain't what she wants. She got a baby already.
I mean, first of all, we don't know who baby that is. All right. So let's just keep it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could be.
She don't know whose baby it is.
We don't know who baby that. We don't know who baby that is right now. You know what I'm saying? All right, let it keep it right there. Second of all, I can attest that I have one of my very best friends, one of my best men, one of my groomsmen, was always was proposed to by his current wife. All right. My God. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When it first got dropped on us, we was kind of like, come on, sis. Yeah. And now, before you start to think, oh well, she must be and he must be. No, these are both two very attractive black individuals. One's half black and Puerto Rican. I don't want to say which one is which because you get probably easy
I don't
figure
care
out.
if she's Puerto Rican. What that got
Yeah.
to do with it?
I'm just saying just so you get the full context because they crazy. But anyway, so I think so at first when we heard about it, I was like, all right, well that is what it is. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. I know that she proposed to him because he told me this. But Gina, I went to the wedding and I read the wedding the wedding proceedings or whatever. You know how they have the whatever the book the what they call it, the program. And the program detailed the wedding, the proposal. And Gina, would you believe if I told you that she sure enough said in the program that he proposed to her? Like he said,
so she lied.
She didn't want it out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That, she had proposed, which I think she should have just been outright with it. Put your foot down. Well, this is the man you want. You claim him in the name of Jesus. You better not Wait
a minute.
Now hold on. The problem is you say it in the Bible, which it does say in Proverbs, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. But it does not say he who proposes to that woman is therefore entered into allowed to enter into heaven. No, it's not about who proposes. It's not about any of that. It's about whether or not you secure the woman, secure the man. And let's not even talk about using the Bible as references, because let's be real. One of the Bible's most notorious people is King David, who killed the mother of his the father of his baby moms, just so that he could get some action with her. So it's not the pillar of truth and the pillar of morality. In this day and age, when a woman does not need a man to own a house, if you go in the overwhelming majority of men's households right now, I don't want to say the women, I don't have the statistics, but right now the overwhelming majority of households are multiple income households in which the woman and the man both secure the bag. Both the woman and the man have their own bills. I don't see, I'm gonna tell you straight up, forget her getting down on her knee for a proposal. Why do we need a proposal in the first place? Like
that's what I'm trying to say to you. Exactly. They
don't necessarily have no proposal. Now listen, if you are, however, going to do a proposal, I'm gonna tell you right now, do it right. Do it like my homeboy Q and them did it.
Come on now.
Out there when they had their wedding one time for Q and Spin, who got married last week.
He asked her,
Dallas, Texas, and this is a love story like no other. For those of y'all don't know, Q, our homeboy, who was on the show not too long ago, talk about WAP. Yes, WAP. Water and power. Get your mind out the gutter. But yo, Q just got married to Spinderella. Spinderella, bro. Now, Q is not some. All right, look, I'm gonna put you on blast, Q. I hope you don't mind, homeboy. I hope you still invite me out to Grown and Sexy. But Q is not some. Q is not some retired software engineer mogul that like has all this money and is like out there doing it big. Like Q is a modest young man who came from humble beginnings out the city of Chicago, relocated down to Dallas to keep himself out of trouble, and has stayed as an entrepreneur all this time. And just doing what he does, being who he is, was able to join a matrimony with the one and only Spinderella from Salt and Pepper. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was just the DJ for SWV. And here's a guy who just being his own regular self, his funny, charming self. Because if you met Q, I don't see how you cannot like Q. Like, he's the coolest dude in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just the smiling, most humble. He'll tell you in a heartbeat, like, I don't know, bro. Every day I got to wake up and pinch myself. Like, is this real? Like, he is really in love with this young lady. And he proposed to her, and he proposed to her. But what if Q, and I'm not saying that is the case, but Gina, what if Q did not put a lick into this wedding? What if Q was basically what if he proposed to her, but then had to ask her for a loan to purchase the ring? You know what I'm saying?
But that ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, like I got married with a mall ring. Okay? We got our rings from the kiosk. Because we wasn't very wealthy at the time. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the gesture of the ring and all that type of stuff, see, that stuff, that's what don't matter to me. Like all of that don't matter to me. But the fact that he said, you know what, this is the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with. He stepped up and took charge, especially of a now this is the alpha woman right here. Am
Oof.
I right? This is the
Yeah.
alpha woman right here.
Right.
But you ain't gonna see Cinderella on her knees asking nobody to marry her.
Now let me just let me interrupt you. Alpha does not mean a bitch. All right. So for those of y'all, when you hear alpha and you think like, oh, that means she take charge. No, it just means that she know what she want and she can get it. And you don't always have to be, really mean and arrogant and overwhelmingly, just abhorrent about it. Anyway, go ahead, Gina. I'm sorry.
And I believe she's an alpha woman. I mean, she's Cinderella. So I think that him taking the time saying, I love this woman. This is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. That's the gesture that women want. It's not necessarily the ring size. It's not necessarily any of those things. It's just the fact that this man loves me so much that he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. And he got up enough courage to get the ring, whether it be from Walmart or whether it be from Tiffany's. And he stepped up and asked me to marry him. That's what women want. We don't want to be the ones to have to go out here and get a ring and get on our knees in the sand looking like we're 7 months pregnant and he got on basketball shorts in the back. We don't look for that. You know what I'm saying? So although the times are changed and women are stronger and women are in control, Vince, there's some things that women desire as children, as little girls, and it's something that we can't wait for a man to ask us to marry him. It's just like a gender reveal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's supposed to happen for us. So for me, if you can't wait on this dude, you know what I'm saying, to ask you, that's a conversation y'all need to have at home, honey. Like, so what's up? We trying to get married? What we trying to do? We doing this? Like, what's up? But I'll be damned if I get on my knees and ask this man to marry me. And my mama should be mad at me. My daddy, my dad, if her daddy is in her life, especially if she the Puerto Rican one, she gonna get in trouble when she get home. She is gonna get in trouble when she get home. He gonna cuss her out in all kind of Spanish and English. He's gonna switch from Spanish to English. He's gonna get her. Because it should be a certain way though, Vince. I'm just saying.
Well, hold on, but all right, you said something that was very, very key to your mentality right now. You said since you were a child, since you were a girl, since we were girls, as you said, speaking about yourself, we've been kind of waiting for this type of moment to happen. We've been kind of like have been kind of led to believe or conditioned, as I would put it, to expect things to happen a certain way. The man proposes to the woman. The baby comes from the woman. The man and the woman.
Then comes marriage. Then comes baby and the baby carriage.
And then the man continues to work until retirement. And then the woman will, more than likely outlive him. And there's a whole set of traditions that we are just accustomed to. My question is, do we need to be accustomed to those traditions? There's a whole lot of traditions that we have become accustomed to that we just let slide that don't really make no sense. Like right now, you couldn't even tell me why you say bless you when somebody sneezes. And it's because when you used to sneeze back in the day, you could have easily died. And so people are like, oh, bless you. You still here. It ain't even worth saying it no more. Like this is another one of those things. Do we really need proposals in nowadays when we have households in which people are living and not even getting married in the first place? We got cohabitation. We have different type. We got polyamory.
Is monogamy really real? Should we really be monogamous?
Right. That's another thing.
Is it really supposed to be with one person? Are you really supposed to be with one person for the rest of your life? Are you really supposed to just, you do have a lot of little spermies. Like, is it supposed to just be for me only? Or can some of that sperm be spread to others because you have so much? I get what you're saying. But what is a tradition though, Vince? Let me ask you this.
Okay.
So what's a tradition that you feel that should stay? Do you have any tradition that you feel is like, this is a tradition that we need to keep? What would that be for you?
That's a good question. I listen, just because I'm arguing this point doesn't mean that I'm all for this point. All right. Like I told you, if my daughter proposed to a man or talked to me about proposing to, I'd be like, yo, come on, if you don't get
just slap him,
not raise you to be some wimp. And by that I mean woman in all right. But I'm having difficulty with the male what they call hobosexual complex, which not ho with the B, not M, HOBO, this is men who are learning how to shack up with women that are successful or that are generating the income of the household for the sake of, I mean, just as, you know, just not really necessarily contributing towards the success of the household or the income of the household. That's something that I struggle with. I do think that it's kind of messed up that if you take a man and put him at home with no kids, and all he does is kind of clean the house and make sure that everything is fine for the woman when she gets home, with a wife that is at work all day, securing the bag, getting the 401k, that he appears to be ineffective. He appears to be basically a non-functioning member of society. But if you take that man and switch him from a husband and make him into a wife, then everything is perfectly fine, because that's the way that the structure was set up for a wife to be home. Traditionally, that was the case. For me, it's hard in my mindset, as hard as I work to keep the bag, to keep the house, to keep the cars, to keep the tuition paid, as hard as I work to do all these things on my own with no other income. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my wife, she just started working again, but she didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to pick to really side with those dudes that are like, yo, look, my wife is at the even when they're home taking care of the kids, Gina. And I got friends that are in this situation, and my wife is like, look, that's perfectly fine. That's you thinking of the old Dick Van Dyke, the traditional 50s way of living, and it's not like that no more. Especially when women are earning more in the household, despite the fact that they aren't paid as much as a man to have that same position. So I still find it difficult when I have homeboys that are able to play video games all day. Okay, that are able to sit and chill and will every time I talk to them, like, did you watch what you call it? I'm like, I didn't watch anything. I didn't have time to like, hey, no, you gotta watch. I'm like, where do you get the time to do all this stuff? Like, if you don't see me on here talking to Gina or about nerd stuff on Saturday, I'm working.
Right. And you are. Vince works, and I can contest. Vince get his work on. So that is a fact. But that's wrong though, Vince. Honestly, and it's really not. You can't blame your friend. It's really the woman's fault, because she's allowing him to sit at home and do nothing. And that's a no-no. Now, for me, you know, when I first got married, my husband is from Bermuda, so he is not an American citizen. So when we got married, I thought he was going to be able to go to work the next day, but that didn't happen. You know, you got to get paperwork and you got to get green cards. Now, I was at work at the time, working all the time, and he was at home, you know, basically raising my son, you know, homework, bath time, dinner, cooking, cleaning. My husband did all those things. But as soon as he was able to work, guess what? He took his butt to work. You understand what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter what you say. A man should be at work. I don't care. I don't care about no tradition. I don't care about nothing. I don't feel, and my husband has told me, you don't feel real manly without no bread. You don't feel like the man without no money. So for a man that can just sit there and play video games all day and not make no money, that's a sucker. Let's just keep it real. That's a sucker. Okay, because Q is not as successful in the entertainment as Spinderella. Right. But Q goes to work every day. Q hangs TVs. He's a handyman. He has a woman that has enough money where he doesn't have to do anything. But because he's a man, he will not sit at home and let his woman just be the breadwinner. Now that's when you got a winner. Spinderella's got a winner. He may think he won. But honestly, Spinderella won.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because Q, for a man to say that my woman's got all this bread and I'm not going to just sit at home and do nothing, he still maintains several incomes. So Q is just like, bow. Just salute to that man, Q. But at the end of the day, traditions are traditions, though, Vince. You know, let's just be real. Some things they're just traditional. And whether you are a traditional person or not, you want your kid to graduate high school. You want your kid to walk across a stage at graduation. You see what I'm saying? That's a tradition that you want to see your children. You want to experience those things. You know what I'm saying? So why not, as a woman, why is it wrong for me to want my man to propose to me? Rather he takes a year or rather he takes 10 years. As a woman, if you love him, you're going to wait. What does the marriage have? What does the paper or the ceremony have to do with the relationship? Y'all been shacking up for 10 years any doggone way. You got 5
let me ask you this, Gina. If you were not taught that the man should be the one to propose, all right, if that's not something that we grew up thinking?
Right.
Would that be such a hard tradition to break? Like, I
Who
mean,
didn't grow up?
let me hit you with another tradition.
Okay.
You know what's a bad? You know what was very frowned upon in the age in which you were unable to, or at least kind of looked down upon if you did propose to your man. Premarital sex, babies out of wedlock, divorce, things of this sort. Those are also societal norms that were broken that we no longer really adhere to. A lot of us are fathers to children that are not biologically ours, and mothers to children that are not biologically ours. These are societal norms that we no longer adhere to. So in that same respect, this may be one of the next steps to accept the fact that women, now that they are no longer beholden to the household, barefoot, pregnant in the house, simply giving birth, making ironing shirts, and making a breakfast for their mate, now they may be like, look, bro, will you go with me? Because I want to go with you. And rather than me sitting here placating, playing these games, because let's be real, Gina, that's what these are. These are games. Like when we sit here and play around with the whole dating thing and, oh, I like you, you like me, check yes, check no, check maybe. It's a woman hoping that a man will finally give in to what she's wanting mentally, emotionally, without having to do it on her own. A lot of times the women in the club, I didn't even know this, they do run game. You know what I'm saying? Like men, we sit there and thought we go to the club, we go, hey, what's up, girl? You know what I'm saying? We get an hey, skim right there. I don't even know you. You know the whole You basically know how that go. You know what I'm saying?
I know how it go.
But so now it's there's a small part of me that's like, yo, listen. So you mean that I could be the one at the club at the bar with my boys, and a young lady could come up to me like, yo, let me buy you a drink? So what's going on with you? And I can be like, wow, that feels kind of good to not have that pressure be only masculine energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not as 100% opposed to it. Again, I'm not I'm not condoning. I'm not like what's the word? Endorsing it. But I'm not going to, I'm not going to sit here and basically say what I feel like. I think that you really agree with my man right here. He's spitting the facts. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I feel she's stupid. I feel that no man should be looking at his woman on her knee, talking about yes, I'll marry you. No. I think she shouldn't have went to Jared. I think that if a woman wants to marry a man, that is a conversation that y'all should have been had either before she got pregnant, or when you want to marry somebody. When you want to be with somebody forever, or whatever the case may be. But what you not going to do, look at this girl. Look just stupid with a little sundress on. Let me show y'all this. Leave that picture up, bitch. Leave that picture up. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. She on her knees with her sundress on. Do you hear me? Knees in the dirt. And look at him. He got his little hip out. Whatever. Hey, girl, I'm going to marry you. I love you, girl. Yes. Look at her. Oh, hell to the no. And you had to play it in slow motion, man. No. He like, girl, what is you doing? No, I'm not fucking up my knees. I'm going to tell you that right now. My knees is for one thing only. And if you really love me, you'll put a pillow down so that I can make it happen for you for the rest of the time. But what I'm not going to do is put my knee in that dirt and ask you to marry me. That's what I'm not doing. And then you got all your homies here. I got my family here. Where is they daddy? Where is somebody that's letting this woman know that I know you like him? But you don't need to be on your knees asking him. And you know what, Vince? One more little small point. Sometimes men ain't ready.
Yes.
Sometimes men ain't ready. Let's just keep it real, ladies. We might be more ready than the man. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the proposal situation is when he's ready. It might not be my time, might not be, whatever the case may be, ladies. But if you love him, you will wait for him. Seriously, like if you love him and y'all already shacking up, y'all been together 8 years, y'all got 2 kids. Y'all need to Goldie Hawn this thing and just let it ride. But in my opinion, if any of my homegirls come to me and say, Gina, would you come to the dinner? I'm getting ready to ask Lawrence to marry me. I'm going to reach my hand so far back. I'm going to reach it. Vince, show me so I can show you how far my hand going to go.
All right, hold
Show me.
on.
Yeah, show
Hold
me.
on. Let me
If my
zoom in.
homeboy comes to me and say, I'm going to marry, I'm going to ask him, come to the city, I'm going to ask Lawrence to marry me. I'm going to reach his hand like this. It's going to come from back here.
Come
Slap the
on.
shit out. You hear me? I'm
Come
going to
on.
slap the
Yo,
face out.
but Gina, here's the problem. Here's the problem I have with that, man. Like, so you're defining your happiness. You can't define somebody else's happiness. If somebody else wants to be with the man they want to be with, and this man is having trouble deciding or whatever, and you want to go ahead and go get it, then listen, she may have to learn the hard way. But if that's who are you as a woman to tell another woman?
I'll slap her taste. Let
And
Katrina call
strong.
me.
Hold on,
Let
let me sprinkle
Katrina
some. Hold
call
on, let me
me.
put some baby powder in it. Let me put some baby powder on the hand right quick. Let me just go ahead.
Go
Just
get
put some
up.
baby powder. All right,
Get
just
up.
go ahead. All right,
Yeah.
all
I
right,
am not gonna be recording her like, girl, my homegirl did it.
yeah.
She did it. Look at my friend. I'ma slap the taste out of her mouth. Because what you not gonna do is do this. And
Well,
then you just said a point, Vince. You was like, what if he ain't ready?
yeah.
Exactly. So you done did all of this, got on your little ashy knee with your dress on, and asked him, and he could clearly be like, nah, I'm cool, though. Nah, I'm cool, Shawty. We
Well,
had this conversation already. I told you I wasn't ready to get married. I told you that I was
it-
going to ask you when I was ready, but now you want to take ahead and be an alpha female and take charge and go to Jared and get your own ring. And now I don't even want to be with you no more because you just too controlling. I ain't got
You're
time
out
for
of
all
your mind.
out of your mind.
she said she ain't got time for all that. You say, hold on, I think I hit you with the wrong one. I think you really
Ain't nobody got time for that.
yeah, but you really are trying to
You
tell
are
the
so dumb. You are really dumb.
man. I don't
Yes.
know. See, my thing is, first of all, that could happen either way. You know, he could propose
Yeah.
to her, and she might not be ready. So the
Right.
whole notion that one of them, that the man may not be ready, that goes both ways. But the other part of that is, you're right. Like, the men, I think, are the reason that they are typically the ones to propose is because they're the hardest. They're the ones that men don't like to commit, right? So oftentimes when they're proposing, it's them lowering their inhibitions and finally saying, all right, look, I'm ready. Because most of the time we're assuming that the man isn't ready. But the
Right.
one thing I think is the biggest fear for a woman when she proposes is that something like this happens.
Where is her daddy?
I think that was him at the end. Did you see? Because she looked like hella young. Like, they looked like 17, 18. I wish I had the background info on all of these stories. But the
Vince.
problem is, this young lady went all out. Like, she put it on the line. Look at all those
No.
cameras,
Right.
which are longer just phones. Those are all media. That is
No.
media. That is a press conference, basically. And I'm sure some of them were live. God forbid they took this video down because it was embarrassing, but it still lives to this day, to the point where I was able to get it and upload it. And this is unfortunately going to be embedded in this young lady's mind, probably psychologically scarred as a result.
Good.
But you say
Good.
good.
She'll never do it again. She'll never do it again. And that's what her ass get. Because she should have never did it in the first place. Period. Period. Point blank. She should have never did it in the first place.
Oh, yo, damn.
Vince, look. Vince, let's be real. What man have you seen propose to a woman, right? And she said no, right? How many men have you seen cry and break down and run and go to the hills? Answer me that.
Well, first of all, I don't watch as much We TV as I probably should to be able to answer that question. All right,
Not many. The only dude with the no neck. That dude right there that's on
Mucinex.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I told her she smelled bad, and I just wanted her to brush her teeth and to use deodorant. And I don't know why she. Nah, bro.
That was dumb.
Here's
that
the thing.
Was out of order.
But once again, when somebody says no, no matter if you're a woman or a man, it hurts. So
yeah, of course.
The story, the thing to take away from here, from me, is not women don't propose. It's, oh shoot, make sure your spouse
wants on the same
to be married first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, this could have gone so many different ways. Listen, that story didn't work out like that, but that doesn't mean all of them work out like that. Okay,
look at him looking like a chump. Oh,
are you gonna dab? Look, they got a whole standing ovation at the Applebee's. When she got on her knee, she looked like a black Kenny G with her with the jacket on. But I mean, she got what she wanted. And she wasn't willing to wait for it. Like right now, women that are independent are carving new paths for themselves. There's a new thing called solo traveling that's also become a craze, where people go traveling overseas without a mate. They'll book their own ticket, book their own hotel. There's even a thing right now where people date themselves. You'll go out, go to a movie, go to a dinner, and sit there along with yourself and just have. Because why not? Why do you need to have somebody in your vicinity in order to enjoy yourself? And why do you need to have somebody to confirm or to basically solidify your happiness? So I agree. This is what I believe the trend is for. I mean, I don't agree with all of it, but these things are happening, Gina. It's happening.
Mats, vill du gifta dig med mig?
Selvsagt.
Ist was Häagen-Dazs in Volkswagen?
In any language is stupid. In any language. It's stupid. I don't care if she was Yugoslavian, Russian, I don't care. Whatever she is, she's stupid because she shouldn't have got on her damn knee and asked no man to marry her. Vince, traveling by myself is one thing. Going to dinner by myself is one thing. Going to the movies by myself is one thing. But I'll be doggone if I take my hind parts to Jared and I go and look for a ring by myself. You understand me? And then I got to look at all these other engagement rings, like the real ones for women. I got to go and go to the damn knuckle rings in the back to pick out a ring for this Negro to ask him to marry me because he ain't ready and he ain't asked me yet. No. Ladies, death. You see the death? You see the black? Death to this trend. Don't do it. Don't do it, ladies.
Ladies, don't listen.
Waste your good lotion. Don't waste your good cocoa butter. Don't waste none of that to get on your knee to ask no man to marry you. Come on now. This baby is a whole pregnant. Okay. This baby is a whole pregnant and I just can't stand his hand. I'm sorry. I can't stand this man's hand on his mouth like that. I just don't like it. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Because you knew she wanted to marry you before this. You knew she wanted to marry you, but you was over here playing games. Now you got this little girl going into Jerry's, going in the back room, passing all these beautiful engagement rings to get you one for your fat knuckles to ask you to marry her. Ladies, do you see this hand? Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna bring it in and I'm gonna slap it.
Yo, Well, ladies, don't listen to Gina. All right,
You
you know,
better.
Gina's she's a traditional young lady. You know what I'm saying? And she's not going to subscribe to new societal norms.
I
The fact
do.
of the matter is, societal norms are being broken down. Back in the day, they used to say it takes a village when it came to raising children, and as of right now, they are actually considering villages, as in multi member marriages, that are starting to become a little more prominent. The
That's
whole concept
happening.
of polyamory, the whole concept of multiple wives and husbands, and even the concept of non-monogamous marriages,
Mhm.
which originated back way in the Greek culture, and even probably
It's
before that,
questionable.
is a thing, and it's starting to become more prominent because let's just be real, the whatever has been happening, whatever we have been doing, has not been working. The divorce rate has been over 50% for over 20 years now, and so something is not working out right. The concept
I
of
can
being
tell you.
with your mate forever, for life, till death do us part, is not even taken seriously anymore. It's really just the words that are said in a vow. So we all know that we had that option to contact that divorce lawyer whenever it is that we feel like it, as opposed to back then when you used to have to get married, and the only way you could not be married is through death. And when you did die,
Yep.
it was only your brother that was able to be with your
Yep.
wife afterwards.
Yep.
And that's biblical. So I just want to say, ladies, don't listen to
Adultery.
Gina. Gina is clinging to the ways of old. Gina is a
No.
handmaid in the handsmaid tales.
No.
Do not mess around with it, guys. But if you are going to propose to your man, I suggest, ladies, that you do it like this. Yo, yes. Forget the ring, ladies. Put a PS5 on that man's finger. And
He
I
was
guarantee
more
he's gonna-
excited about the PS5 than the marriage, because he said, "Get up, because right now I'm about to go plug this PS5 into my smart TV. Go get up, boo, get up. Let me come on, so I can go play my game." He ain't getting ready to marry her. They ain't about to get married, then. And first of all, he looked young and she looked old as hell with her nurse's outfit on. This
Yes.
ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. That marriage ain't gonna work. And look at whoever this other man is like, is she crazy? Is she crazy?
Yo,
Is she
that's what's up.
crazy?
Yes. She's
Man,
happy. She got her man. She got her house. She even got a new PlayStation network. And why not?
he ain't gonna
Everything.
talk to her no more. He gonna play PlayStation all day. She ain't even gonna see her man no more. He gonna go in the basement, plug that PlayStation up, and he gonna forget about the wedding. He gonna, oh shoot, you asked me to marry you? My bad, I forgot.
Maybe that's all she
No,
wants.
no. Until men can start having babies, then that's when women can start asking men to marry them. Okay? Period. And I'm not
This would have to be the lowest a woman can stoop to ever. And I've been seeing this shit going around. Ladies, let's not make this a trend, okay? It is pathetic if a woman proposes to a man. One, you're trying to be selfish to force the man to do something he's clearly not ready for. And two, you're making yourself look desperate. Somebody want to marry you. But if you feel like you need to propose to a man to get him to marry you, I don't give a fuck if you're pregnant. Wait it out. Somebody who want to spend the rest of their life with you. Men are the chasers, not you. You don't never got to chase a man who's really into you. He will come for you. But
on Will. Can I call him on the phone real quick? I need to call
Call him.
Will on the
Go
phone
ahead and
and
call
give
him.
him on this, because he is so correct.
Get him on the phone if
It's
you want. I
so
don't.
correct. Like, ladies, just if he coming, like, raise your baby. Can you even have the baby first yet? Like, you already you should have asked him to marry you before you even got pregnant. If you
How
want to
you
do
know
it like
she?
that.
How you know she didn't get pregnant and then meet him and wants to go ahead and secure his 401k and pension
What you mean
before
pregnant
they
and
even?
meet him? What you mean? So that ain't his
I
baby?
mean, look, everybody's assuming that that's his child. Listen. This could be a
If
Tinder
it's
date. This
not
could
his
be.
child, this makes this even more stupid, Vince.
It makes it more. It makes it make more sense because she ain't got time to wait. She
Where's
needs
Will now?
assistance now. You about to call Will for real?
Call him. I sure am about to call him. What's his
Call
name?
him up, man. Get Will. Will is gonna tell the truth, and he's gonna side with you on
I'm
this
about
one.
to call
But
him.
listen. Me and my household, we are non-traditional in many senses. All right. So just because things have happened a certain way doesn't mean that that's the way things should always happen. That's the same type of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that this is the same. This is in the same wheelhouse because it's not. But that's the same type of stuff that they
Yes.
to support. What? Who said what? What?
This is Will on the phone.
Oh,
He
Will.
told the truth.
Oh, Will.
And
Oh, did you
said
FaceTime
that
him?
if you
FaceTime.
ask a man to marry you, you are a chump. You are a loser. B-I-E-I.
No,
And
that's
he
not.
is right.
That's not. Come on, bro. Did you FaceTime
Hold
Will?
on.
Getting drug into.
Hold on.
Will,
Will.
we got you. We basically doing a show. We doing a show based on your commentary.
You being right. You being right.
I didn't say he was right. Now Gina is convinced that there is no possible way whatsoever that a woman will ever get any respect from proposing to a man.
Exactly.
And you have agreed with her on that. In fact, we have you here basically giving your spill, saying exactly what it is that you said about it, not and being as you usually are, unapologetic about it. What I was trying to explain to Gina, Will, is that everything ain't the way it used to be back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of households are being led financially by the women as well. A lot of men are now taking a back seat in a lot of different roles that we used to take the front seat on. But as of right now, if we continue in that trend, then you're going to see more solo tripping. You're going to see more women dating themselves, going out. There was even a woman a couple years ago that married herself. You know what I'm saying? And all kind of crazy stuff. So as of this, if this is the trend, then how could men wanting to marry their man not also fall into that same category of things that women are like, look, I'm tired of waiting to go on a trip with people that can afford it. I'm tired of waiting for somebody to take me out to dinner. I'm tired of waiting for the man to make up his mind. He can say no.
Well, just leave him.
He can say no, but I don't have to wait for him to ask me. And she,
Will, please tell him. Will, please.
I already see Will. I already see his face.
Talking about some waiting on a man. Either you wait or you leave his ass and let the next man ask you.
You know, I don't see the issue with women women wanting to ask a man to marry or even doing it. I have a problem with men accepting it.
Oh wow. Okay. Ooh.
Like
okay. All right.
The man has to say no to that.
Okay. That's
very masculine.
That I can run with. I'm not that argument. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead.
If you're gonna allow her to propose, then your bitch ass should also wear a dress.
Yes.
And she wear the tux.
Yes. Yes.
Became the woman in the relationship.
Yes. Oh, I like that, Will. I'm glad I called you.
Because everybody's talking about the trend. Listen, you know, there's women and there's men. That's never going to change. I don't give a damn how much. I've been in relationships where my woman made more money than me, but because I am a man, I still carry myself as such. And what happened is money became the power construct in the household, and women are thinking, "Oh, I make more money, so I have more power." You're still the man at the end of the day.
Let's go.
She just got a better opportunity.
Let's go, Will. Let's go, Will. That's what I'm saying. This nigga Will.
Okay. All right. Hey, look. Hey, but Will.
That's a very nasty thing that's going on. And to even try to turn it into a trend is ridiculous. There's gonna be a lot of unhappy married women out here.
Yeah.
And also, if the man, usually when a woman proposes to a man, one is she's trying to speed up the process, and she's gonna emotionally bully him into doing something that he don't want to do. So that's not gonna end well.
Yeah. Well, they doing that already. I mean, if a woman is sitting there saying, "When you gonna marry me? When you gonna marry me?" which is what happens a lot of times, until the man feels forced to propose to her anyway, don't you end up with the same scenario? Like she is basically using her power instead of forcing him to do it. She's like, "Look, I'm gonna do it." And I, just for the record, Gina, he actually agrees with me. He agrees with me. I said if a woman wanted to propose to me, then I would, instead of letting that happen, get down on the knee with her or stand her up, be like, "Yo, let's do this a different way." So it's not that she does it. Will saying it's that the man allows it.
I will slap any woman that gets on her knees and it ain't for pleasure in a man.
I'm not against women trying to take power and do something like that if she feels like that's what she wants to do. But it's up to men to be like, "Nah, that's not I'm not about to let that happen."
Yes.
And if enough men is declining these things, then women will stop doing it.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
Don't propose to your man. Like, no. I presented some scenarios to where I can see a woman doing that. For instance, my thing is, if I propose to a woman and she says no, the relationship is over.
Dang.
But there's
Dang.
even after she proposes, and if he proposes and she says no, and then she comes back and proposes to let him know now, hey, I'm on the same page with you. I can understand a scenario like that.
Right.
But they had a conversation already, right, Will? Like they had a conversation. It's already, you know what I mean? Like she already know he want to marry her. He knows she want to marry him. You know, that's a conversation you had at home, not at Applebee's.
And here's a power. If a man wants to marry a woman, he already knows. There's a lot of things that come into play that we won't do it. One, man probably saving up for a nice ring. Yes. So just imagine if you saving up for a ring and she makes more money than you, so she goes out and buys you a ring. Come on. And then proposes to you. That's some manipulating shit.
Yep.
But a man is
so it's like, well, if you can't do it, I'm gonna do it. Listen, let that man be a man. At the end of the day, you know, men take pride. We take pride in having that level of power. Then, you know, what's gonna happen? Like I said, what's gonna happen when he says yes? What happened now? Now, do your mother pay for the wedding?
Come on now.
You can't just take that one portion of it, just the proposal. You got to take everything that comes along with that marriage.
Now, but hold on. You're defining. Well, hold on, Gina. You're defining.
Did y'all see how uncomfortable that man looked?
He gonna look uncomfortable in a dress too, with his homeboys being bridesmaids. He gonna be real uncomfortable in a dress, because that's what's gonna happen. Because I'm with Will.
If y'all didn't notice, they stopped the video right before he gave an answer, because it wasn't about the way he felt. It was about the act of her proposing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they purposely didn't show his reaction. All they showed was her with all her friends and her getting down, looking extremely desperate,
stupid,
cheesing in the camera, proposing to her man. It was a bad look.
All right. Well, thanks, Will. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. I had to call you because I was like, look at me.
All right.
This is some dumb shit. And sorry, first on the morning show, but Will, you are so correct. You know I love you.
Hey,
and okay, next time I just had to call you because I just said Will said it, and I'm with Will. Will said if the woman asks, then the man got to wear the dress, and his dude's got to wear the bridesmaid's dress.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Thank you, Will. Y'all make sure y'all follow.
Listen, as Jaden Smith would not have any problem with that. I'm gonna see you on Tuesday. We'll see you on Tuesday at the spot. Will got a Tuesday night spot, everybody, just in case you didn't know if you're in the Orlando area. Right downtown by the Amway. But yeah, look. All right. So your point is basically a woman should stay in her traditional role.
No, it's not really. That's not really what I'm saying. It's kind of just like what he said. It's like y'all didn't have a conversation. Like he don't know that you want to marry him. Y'all don't know that this is what y'all want to do before you went into Jared's and walked past all those beautiful engagement rings for women and went to the back. That's all I'm saying. I'm telling you, I'm with Will. If you get on your knees and ask that man to marry you, you wearing the tux and he wearing the dress, because that's the way it goes.
All right. Well, listen, I don't think that that's going to be the case in about 100 years. I think that we are in the process of developing new societal norms, one of which is the construct of marriage. And also with the construct of marriage, we're also exploring the way that we enter those marriages and whether or not those concepts and the traditions that we've adhered to over all of these years are necessary. And I think that's what we're witnessing right now. We're not witnessing folks, young ladies be stupid and defiant. They're being more open to explore different routes. And some of it may look stupid to some, but to others, it may just look like, just them taking control of the situation.
Well, you know what, Vince? When your daughter comes to you and says, Dad, I'm going to go ahead and ask Marcus to marry me tomorrow. I want you to come to the dinner. I want you to be there to support me when I get on my beautiful little knees. My girly knees, my beautiful girly knees. Dad, I'm going to get on my beautiful girly knees, Dad. And I'm going to ask Marcus, will he marry me, Dad? So, Dad, not only do you have to buy the ring that I'm getting ready to ask him to marry me with, Dad, You're gonna have to also pay for the wedding
Nah,
because
see now, because the wife father paid for the marriage, and clearly he's the wife in this situation, so we ain't got to
see
worry
what I'm
about all
saying?
that.
See what I'm saying?
Last thing I
So,
want is your wedding showed up with this
hey,
dude looking like
Dad, Dad, will you accept me, Dad? Daddy Vince, do you
that
accept
events. Okay, yeah,
me
yeah.
going to ask Marcus to marry me tomorrow with my pretty knees that you told me as a child not to scrape them and scuff them up
Well,
because I'm a girl?
look, you're not advocating for not getting on one's knees. You're just saying not doing it for proposal sakes. Now,
Exactly.
me,
Hello.
now check it out.
What you
My
gonna say,
daughter.
Vince?
What if my daughter comes to me and wants to propose to her wife? That's another non-traditional standard that I may
It
have to
is.
prepare myself. So these are
If your
things
girl
that
is the man in the relationship, am I wrong or am I right? Because you can talk about traditions and a woman asking a woman, but it's a woman in there that's got on some drawers. It's a woman in there that's got on boxers, Vince. Let's just keep it real. So which one is your daughter? Is she the man in the relationship or is she the woman in the relationship?
Well, it's not for me to define. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that where I tend to come in is by not listen. There's multiple ways to your house from
Okay.
the store, Gina. You can take the traditional route. You can take your back road shortcut. You can take a drone. But sometimes we are so fixed on the paths that we were taught that we forget that there's paths that we were not taught. And they could all lead to a destination, which is ultimately happiness. So all I'm saying is we're sitting here concerned about this proposal. Damn the proposal. Why there be a proposal in the first place? Let's make this a whole negotiation. Damn the wedding. Yeah. Let's go to the courthouse. Damn everything. Like, we don't have to live and adhere to these roles, these traditions, just because it's what we know. Like, there's other ways. And when we start to veer outside of these ways, it's not necessarily always wrong. It's just a matter of preference. That's all I'm saying.
Well, my preference is if you are my friend or if you are anyone close to me and you call me and say, Gina, I want you to come to this dinner because I'm getting ready to ask this Negro to marry me. Just know that this is coming from me. Okay? This is coming from me. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. And if a woman asks my son, I'm going to tell him, like you said, don't let her get on her knee like that, son. I know y'all done talked about being with each other. Don't let it get to that point where your woman feels like she has to marry, come out and ask you to marry her. That's another thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you know your son been with this girl and she loves him and they've been doing all of that, to me, the parent should be talking to her son like, bruh, what's up with this girl? Y'all want to be together? Nah, you didn't got her pregnant. Do you want to make an honest woman out of her or whatever? Right. But there's some things though, Vince, that I feel like, yes, you can go to the store 3 different ways. But honestly, if you've been going to the store this way for a very long time, you ain't never had no problem, you ain't been robbed, no traffic jam, why is you going to go another way? Why? When this way right here been working for you all this time, why is you even going to chance going these other ways when you know this way right here going to take you to the store?
Gina,
so that's all I'm saying.
Do you have a cell phone?
Huh?
You have a cell phone?
Yes.
Why not a rotary phone? Why not a cordless phone? That works.
No, I do have a rotary phone hanging on my wall in the kitchen. So I will go show y'all. But I do have.
Let's do the show from the rotary phone. Going forward.
See, it don't got no camera.
Well, the reason why you don't is because different, and some would say more nuanced and preferred methods have been developed. That's the reason why we don't take horses and carriages to work anymore. It's the reason why you just took a drink out of a fountain drink as opposed to going to the well and drawing from the well. So as we evolve, some of our traditions evolve with us, and that's all I'm saying. This might be one of the.
I agree with that. Like I agree with all of that. Like Shauna just said, we have a woman vice president right now. Like, you are correct on traditions and things of that nature. For me, just for me, when I see that, I'm ready to slap somebody. That's all. That's all I'm saying, Vince. It may work for some. It may work for almost everybody. Okay. But that's one trend that I'm not gonna go ahead and follow. There's a lot of trends I'm not gonna follow the damn cinnamon challenge trend. I ain't doing the damn
Oh
cinnamon challenge.
yeah. I'm cool on that.
So there's some trends that I'm not gonna follow. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I'm
And
not doing
this
the chandelier dance
right
either.
here is a trend that I feel like, come on.
All right.
You know, how long, forget the proposal, forget the wedding. How long is the marriage gonna
Yeah.
last? All y'all
Amen.
want to be cute and bring your little stuff out, but how long are you gonna be married? Is the
Right.
question. Because marriage is hard. It is difficult. You work on it every day. There's going to be days you don't have relations. It could be weeks to a month you don't have relations. It could be good for 2-3 years and it'll be bad for 2 or 3 more years. Marriage is work. So forget all getting on your little pretty knees and asking to marry. Are you going to be there when he cheats on you?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Is he going to be there when you cheat on him? These are the questions that you need to ask. Forget going to
That's
Jerry.
real.
What's going to happen when 5 years from now? Are you going to remember that I was on my little pretty knees when you go out here and do something ridiculous? So
Well,
at the end of the day, forget all that. What is the marriage? Where is the marriage?
and for that, I will say, definitely, it's not even about the proposal as much. That's the greatest point I think we can both agree on. It's about the
Right.
marriage. Don't be as concerned about all the optics in the wedding and how dope it looks and all of your friends and how cute they are, because after that day, there's a whole lifetime of marriage to tend to. And it might not necessarily be as glorious and glamorous as that wedding that your dad spent $20,000 on. So by
Right.
all means, man, make your wedding dope, but your marriage even doper. As I'm pretty confident these two are going to. And thank God
Yes.
for them for setting a positive positive example
Example.
for Black
Yes.
men and Black women and Black love. Period. Especially this cougar right here. Let's just keep it real. Like, she robbing that
Yes.
cradle like a bug. You better get that, young
Yes,
man.
girl.
Rob that cub, girl.
Come
Ow.
on.
Okay.
And then,
Anyway,
and you know, and this is my last thing on it, and I promise I'm not gonna say nothing else. We're gonna move on. The last thing I'm gonna say is, ladies, in a marriage, you're gonna be on your knees a lot. So don't start off on your knees.
oh my God. I
I'm
hope
just
so.
saying. I mean, well, you should.
If you
I mean,
want
you
it to
should.
work.
If you want it to work, you gonna be on your knees. So don't
Yeah.
start off on your knees, ladies. Save those knees for the hard times, okay?
Right. The
Save
hard
those
time.
knees when the marriage is getting a little shaky, jakey. You know, be like, oh, got these knees.
That's why Gina was late today. Because so let me stop.
Actually, yes, because
On that note,
how did
man,
you know?
let me just I don't know. There's a little something right here. You know what I'm saying? It's still like anyway. Let me stop. Real quick, man. Just a couple things. Once again, man, just want to big up Q and his lovely wife Spinderella.
Yeah.
We have Dee Dee and Q Coleman now, and I'm so happy. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Last week, a lot of pretty cool things happened. Before we get up out of here, I was able to finally get my launch off at the Comedy at the Kingdom.
Yes.
It went very well. It was successful. Shout out to everybody that came out. It was a glorious evening. My man Jersey did his thing. The place looks like no other. It's Black owned, Black operated, and it's African art all throughout the establishment, and all of it is for sale. Everything on sale but the people, because we don't do it like that no more. Calm down. So yes, man, I just want to big up everybody at the Bronze Kingdom who came out last week. Jersey, Minnie, Kevin, Drecia. She destroyed the stage, left the stage leaking like in real life. And so I just want to just big y'all up, and my partners out there at the Bronze Kingdom. Now, Gina, you had a pretty significant weekend too, if I'm not mistaken. You did some stuff with Mr. Damon Wayans.
Beautiful, Vince.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, put that picture up again, Vince. That is so dope. Like, I'm really, really so happy that you have brought this, to Orlando. I mean, it's just a dope place, and I cannot wait to go. I cannot wait for it to grow, and people just be talking about it all over the place. So let me just big up you on that, because that is huge, man.
Thanks,
it
man.
is huge.
And we already got, if you want to see Gina, tickets are available online for August 26th. They are already available, so go ahead and get your tickets, because Gina will be coming down in August.
I won't be on my knees begging, but come on down. But yes. Will not be on my knees. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. But
Well,
yes, I
hey,
had
that
a really awesome
to
weekend,
be
y'all. And I
determined.
know I look like an old lady trying to like put my glasses on and look at stuff and
I
scroll,
got you. Hold
but I
on.
don't need to judge it right now. Y'all know I'm 40. I had a great
I'll
week.
do this
Thank
for
you,
you.
Vinny. I had a great weekend, you guys. I was with the one and only Damon
Hey,
Wayans.
that is
Y'all,
so dope, man.
when I tell y'all, I
Please,
did,
please
you know,
tell
I
me.
did a Keith Haddington told me that joke. Like I did all the lines from his movies on like I was auditioning, okay? Let me tell y'all right now, I was auditioning, okay? If you don't take
You
advantage of
better.
your opportunity, then you crazy because I was up there auditioning. And when I tell you I killed every show, especially last night. Oh my God.
You better. Yes.
Last night was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Saturday night I did it for my boy Timmy Time, you know,
Yes.
and it's like when I said that this is for you, Timmy, it's like this he just came through me. My second show Saturday was like I don't even know what to
That's what's
say.
up.
So you guys have to seize your opportunities, comedians. You got to seize your opportunities. But this guy right here is amazing. My boy Angus Black, he hosted it. Y'all, we had such a good time. My mama was there the whole time trying to holler at Damon the whole time. She was at the door waiting on Damon to come out the door because you know, he's an older gentleman and he's, you know, I think he's a little ill. So he stayed in the green room, but I got some hugs in the hallway. He told me good job in the hallway. When he got on stage, you know, he was like the very talented Gina G. Like y'all don't understand what that does to a comedian to hear
Oh my God,
somebody of
you're right.
his caliber tell you that you are very talented. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
shout out to the Virginia Beach Funny Bone, Rick, the manager, Angus Black for hosting it. We sold merch. We had a good time, you guys. So just big shout out to that. I had a good weekend. That's why I'm tired now. I'm dead tired because it's work, y'all. But hey, it is a blessing to be working. My boy Vince is working. I'm working. Melanin Espresso is going to other levels, you know.
Yes.
So I'm not as blessed. Hold on, though, BT. I'm not as blessed as this dude right here. Uh, uh, uh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't
Isley.
know
Hey.
who Ron Isley got this little sugar foot from, but
Ow.
Ron Isley got a sugar foot. You hear me?
Ow. I
I'm
ain't
just
mad.
saying. I ain't mad at all. But that's my weekend, though, BT.
The ladies say the beard changes things, man. And they saw Ronald Isley with the beard on him and was like, "Oh, well, hey there, uncle." You know what I'm saying?
Hey
And
there,
Vivian didn't take too
Papa.
long. She got on her knees and proposed. Was like, "I do thee wed with these Jordans," because it clearly looked like she.
No, she didn't.
Yo, and how y'all think Gina
No,
got
she didn't.
that gig, y'all? You better get on that knee, girl.
No, she
Ow, go
didn't.
ahead, Damon. Damon look a little light.
No, no, no. Look who got on their knee, though. Look who got on their knee. Look at this. Look at this, though, Vince.
Oh,
Look at this.
damn.
Number 7, Vince.
You
Number
know what?
7, yo.
Yo,
Yo. He
he
hired
just
Wild 'N
used
Out girls.
just using what he
Audition.
got to get
To
what
get
he want. Okay. Well, that's all you got, and you must not want much. You know
one
what
more.
I'm saying? What she said. Is that all
After
you
you do
got?
Junior
Yo,
Bachelor
I
Party,
can't
that's
even
what's
be
gonna
mad.
be.
Look, I'm not mad at Nick Cannon for trying to farm a new cast of Wild 'N Out season 19. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make his own cast, so he ain't got to pay his kids to be on stage Wild 'N Out. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? You know, he is making a whole new Nickelodeon kids. His dude is really out there, like, trying to bring all that
For
back.
real.
Go ahead, bro.
For real.
Do it.
7. Look,
I'm not even.
7. 7 with Wild 'N Out
I bet you
models.
she. Hey, I bet you she proposed to him for that baby. Ow, on the knee.
I bet.
Hallelujah. Because them kids could have went to another area of the anatomy. Hallelujah.
They
So
could have attacked the
let's be
cancer.
real.
They could have attacked
Listen,
the
yo, but it's all good though, because now you know what you've done. You have secured the bag for a young lady for her whole life. As long as Nick
Yes.
Cannon is getting that Fox money for
Yep.
Masked Singer, she ain't got to work a day. So that's a traditional role. So
I think
good for
that's what
you.
he's doing, though. I think he's just helping women out.
Yeah,
You know,
you know,
he's seeking women that need help, and he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay you forever, but here's a baby."
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. It's that new PPP right here. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we stand
Well,
for.
Nick Cannon, me and my husband are open to options. Just go. We open, okay?
Been on over, Ty. You know what I'm saying? And get let me stop. Let me stop. Hey,
No.
you said it, not me. That's not
I
traditional.
meant me, bitch. I meant me having
Yo, anyway, man, that's a lot of stuff going on, man. But once again, man, big up to yo. I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. Like, you do so much that people don't even see. So I just wanted to big you up for landing that gig, because that's not an easy gig to land. It's not like Damon Williams, who we love.
We love.
It's not Damon Wins. And by the way,
it's crazy to be picked.
And,
like I was actually picked. So
wow, yeah, you were selected. Yeah, this wasn't some random spin the wheel. Oh, here you landed on it. Now you get the. Now this was like, nah, I want her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I would have did the men on television for him. 2 snaps up in a circle. You know what I'm saying? I would have hit him with everything, man. But it is what it is. Before we get up out of here, man, just wanted to just go over a couple things. We didn't really, today was a topical day, but something that did happen last week, I think bears noting, and that is our own Central Florida Representative Val Demings decided to run against Marco Rubio next year. I hope she wins. I have my doubts that it's going to be an easy race, but I definitely think that she is doing the right thing by putting herself into the fold. I also want to say big up to our guest and good friend Natalie Jackson, who is running to fill her role in the seat that she's leaving vacant. So big up to Natalie Jackson, one of the original founders of, I don't want to say founders of the Black Lives Matter movement, but I want to say was right there on the ground when it started to cultivate over in Sanford, who was the original lawyer along with Benjamin Crump for Trayvon Martin and Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin. So big up to her, and we will be working on her campaign because we're going to get her elected, because we need more young ladies like her running things. And I can tell you right now, she definitely didn't propose to her husband.
I know. Thank you.
Another thing real quick, lastly, before we get up out of here, I just want to just say, of course, RIP to Paul Mooney. Last week was also the anniversary of Timmy Time, who passed on May 22nd of 2020. We was right there. I called Gina. We FaceTime. We watched the life leave him. So we know you're still over us, Timmy. We thank you. We love you, and we definitely looking forward to having you as our angelic, our guardian angel, as we continue to progress. But right now, also over in the UK, there's a young lady named Sasha Johnson who was recently shot in the head at a rally. So we just want to send out some prayers and thoughts to her family as well. She's not proclaimed dead as of this moment. She's in critical condition. So we're just hoping that she pulls through. And it just goes to show that the Black Lives Matter movement is not just in Kenosha. It's not in Seattle. It's not in Portland. It's not just in Atlanta. It's global. It's all across the whole world. So when y'all try to pick and pinpoint these small areas in which there are dumpster fires and a little bit of looting and a little bit of problems, don't forget about the fact that is a small percentage of the overall vast majority of peaceful marches and peaceful demonstrations that are happening globally. So let's just let that rest, as opposed to, when you go and march on the Capitol because you were directed to on the day that they're choosing to confirm the Electoral College. So let's just make sure we get that out the way. But that's all I got to say.
And you get vegan food in prison. And you get vegan food. And you get to go to Mexico before you go to jail.
Yes!
It's just ridiculous. I don't
even want to get some like that. It is what it is, though. Those of y'all in the Orlando area, this Thursday, Genesis will be our headliner. It's his birthday, so he will be turning 107. Genesis. We're gonna bring his casket on the stage. You go, hey, y'all ever eat booty? You know what I'm saying?
He doing the whole thriller
video. Anyway, that's what's going on, and I'll be in Miami Improv Tuesday, Thursday. So come mess with your boy. And we'll go ahead and get it in. Gina, anything before we leave?
I'm sorry. I just can picture Genesis just coming up out the grave. Darkness. The last thing before we go, ladies, you already know what it is, okay? Keep the Meg Thee Stallion needs to yourself. Y'all, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Melanin Espresso. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. We are going to try to Get this on one channel, y'all, on one region. So y'all better pick where y'all want to see us at, because we trying to get it all together. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you get to our YouTube page. We're on Spotify. Wait, this way. We're on Spotify. We're trending everywhere. And where else are we? God damn it. Vince wanted
the food court, Caribbean Sunshine Bake. I don't know. We're integrating right now, so coming soon. You'll see us on Apple Podcasts and iHeartMusic as well. We need you to download and give us good reviews. All right, give good reviews. But for right now, man, I'm the boy, the real Vince Taylor.
Hey, and this is your girl that's staying off her knees, Gina J.
in one point, in
one
matter.
point. I'm sorry.
All right. And this, of course, has been Melanin Espresso. Gina's so silly, y'all. I can't. And this is Melanin Espresso. Oh, Gina wasn't ready.
Good morning.
Good morning. Like, comment. Please comment. We putting up comments. I got a tattoo on the shoulder too, but I don't want to go through the process of zipping it down. Ching ching, Apple TV. Ching ching, Roku TV. Ching ching, Amazon Fire.